Hello lovelies, I'm Rachel, I'm a musician. Sometimes once we've made it through the initial learning a song phase, it can be a bit daunting to figure out what to practice in order to get it to a basic performance standard. Today is 1 week since we started learning Taylor Swift's Fearless. This is part 2. I'm going to be looking at some of the technical points that might be holding us back from a great performance. If you're with me over on Patreon, you'll already be able to download a free PDF of these exercises. Last time we talked about Fearless, there were 3 points, technical points that stood out to me. There were lots of O sections that used the syllable O and oh yeah. The street looks when it's just rained is really difficult to say, let alone sing. And there's leaps of a 4th, 5th and 6th. So if you're having trouble with tuning those, then obviously that's something that can be worked out too. In between the major sections of Fearless, there are these interludes that have incidental motifs. Probably they were originally improvised, but the vowel sound that Taylor Swift uses is oh and oh yeah. So it makes sense to get this sound into our warm-ups for practice sessions on the song. If you have a regular warm-up routine, do that first. And you can either substitute oh whenever you have a singer's choice vowel, or you could add these options to the end of your routine just to start focusing in on the song that's coming up. The first one that I'm going to try out is O as a short legato scale. If you're using these exercises as your warm-up, you might want to put a consonant on the beginning just to help with balanced onset while you're still getting everything coordinated. I'm going to be working over the range of Fearless as it's written with a few extra notes up the top. If you have changed to a higher key, or if you're kind of faking those lower notes, the first few here are going to be a little low for you. That's okay, just jump in when you feel comfortable. Oh, 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 oh. On my way back down through that range, I'm actually going to do a vowel modification. Really common in pop music, rock music, is to go oh, whoa. The other one that you might like to try is yeah, yeah. Again, she uses oh a lot, but she also uses oh yeah. So both of these are going to be really applicable to this song and many other pop rock, country, folk, lots of songs. It's going to be useful. To start with, I'm going to make it regular, and I'm going to every second one I'm going to modify. This also helps keep my jaw nice and loose, not being too tight in the lips. And I'm going to do one more round, this time being a lot less strict about exactly where I'm modifying the vowel, just having a little play with it. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 While I've got that legato line happening, I'm actually going to substitute in the line that I found tricky to say, which was the street looks when it's just rained. 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 So I'm really over enunciating all of the... Where was I up to? The street looks when it's just rained. The street looks when it's just rained. The street looks when it's just rained. So it's the same scale. It's the same breath management. I'm just putting the words in. The street looks when it's just rained. The street looks when it's just rained. I'm keeping it very well enunciated, maybe even over enunciating a little at this point. But that's just so that when I put it back into the song, it's going to be much easier. The street looks when it's just rained. 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 I'm going to practice now some more O sounds, and I'm going to use a shorter staccato breath rather than a long legato line. So it's going to sound like this. Oh, 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 or oh, oh, oh. I can use that vowel modification or I can skip it. Singer's choice. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Coming back to that line that I find difficult to say, the street looks when it's just rained, because there's lots of composite consonants going on in there. There's a lot of articulation going on. I want to practice it. I want to make it easy for myself so that, again, when it comes up in a song, it doesn't sound stilted or like I'm stumbling over the words. It should sound smooth and fluent. I'm going to come back to the street looks when it's just rained, and I'm going to add in a leap of a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth. So it's going to sound like this. The street looks when it's just rained. The street looks when it's just rained. Try it in a few different keys. The street looks when it's just rained. The street looks when it's just rained. Try a nice low one. The street looks when it's just rained. The street looks when it's just rained. And try some higher ones as well. The street looks when it's just rained. And then back where I did it originally. the street looks when it's just rained. Basically what we're doing is taking the tricky bits out of the context of the song, practicing them on their own in ways that might be different to how you hear them in the song. I'm going to take that leap of a sixth. This comes up in the chorus. You take my hand and drag me head first, fearless. I'm going to take that line. You take my hand. I'm hearing it as like a country waltz thing, so I'm actually going to make it a 3/4. And the next time that same melodic fragment comes up is dance in a storm. You take my hand and drag me head first, fearless. Dance in a storm in my best dress. So it comes up in that same context. I'm actually going to do it as like a country waltz, putting those together. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. And I'm just going to do that a few times, making sure that I'm happy with the tuning of the sixth. You take, I dance in. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. I'm going to try it in a different key. I'm going to do it in. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. And I'm going to try it in a higher key. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. And then back where I had it originally. You take my hand, I dance in a storm. Another bit that I want to take out of the chorus is the leap of a fifth. 'Cause I don't know how it gets better. And the other one that it comes up on is, and I don't know why. So if I was struggling a lot with that leap, I would actually simplify the rhythm, because that syncopation might be putting me off what the melodic leap is, but it's not actually the leap that's the problem. If that's the case, I would simplify it so that it was happening just notes on the beat. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And again, I'd move that around and do it in different places. If I'm happy with the tuning, then I'll add the syncopation back in. And then I know whether I'm really working on the leap or whether I'm actually working on the rhythm. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. Again, I'm going to do it in a few different keys. Let's do it down here. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. You can hear I'm also using that staccato breath that we used early on with the oh, 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 oh. But this time it's in the context. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. Back into the original key. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. 'Cause I don't know how, and I don't know why. And finally, I'm going to take the main line of the song. Where this little bit comes is actually at the end of the bridge. The word fearless, though, is repeated so often in this song. It's the title word. I do want to play around with it and make sure I'm happy with it. It's fearless, Do I want to put in more of the sound? It's fearless. Oh, yeehaw. I feel like that's too much for my accent. If I was from Nashville, completely different. It's fearless. Am I nailing that leap? It's fearless. It's having to land on a fricative F, a voiceless fricative. So I'm just going to experiment with options. It's fearless. I'm going to take out the consonants. It's fearless. It's fearless. It's fearless. It's fearless. That's definitely too much. It's fearless. Yeah. 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 It's fearless. It's fearless. It's fearless. Of course, this is not the full extent of possibilities for things you could pull out, mess around with, put back into the context of the song. But I hope this has given you an idea of how you can practice parts of your song, focusing on things individually before you try and apply it to the whole piece. Work on small things, run the whole section, then run the whole song. Targeted and focused work. It'll make it much faster to get it performance ready, and that's what we will be discussing next time. If you want to hang out with me and keep learning this song, plus others, we'll have lots more exercises to strengthen different parts of your voice, help to make it more fluid, flexible, and fun to sing, then please subscribe to the channel. If you're enjoying this little Taylor Swift exploration, do give the video a thumbs up. There are more coming, and I will see you next time. Bye!